Hey everyone, a few days ago I published a video in which I spoke about how sensitive the Nintendo Switch 2's display is. It's a really big problem, so I encourage you to watch that video to get a better understanding as to what's going on here. But essentially, on top of the glass here, we've got an anti-shatter protective film on top. It's like a millimeter thick, and that protective film is incredibly easy to scratch. I had a scratch on my bezel before I even played a game. So it was great to see so many people comment on that video, but it's disappointing to see that so many other people have the exact same problem as me. And I think the long and short of it is that if you do buy a Nintendo Switch 2, you have to protect that display. And how do you do that? Well, of course, you use a screen protector. Now, Nintendo do sell a carry case that has a screen protector on it, but it's like a thin protective film. It's not tempered glass. Now, check out the reviews of that if you do want to go down the official Nintendo route. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy it, but the reviews that I saw, people were suggesting that that screen protector was awful. So my recommendation is to go for tempered glass. Now, there was a few comments in the video the other day where people were asking which screen protector should you buy. I'm not here to say that one is better than the other because I have only bought and applied one screen protector kit. And this is the screen protector kit that I opted for. It's from a company called amFilm. And the reason that I went for it is because it's got this installation tray. Now, there aren't many good options out there. And I always find with screen protectors is that you want to save money. You don't want to spend a ton of money on it, but you do obviously want protection for your display as well. So you're trying to find that happy balance between not being too expensive, but still giving you what you need. Now, this is the option that I went for. I do encourage you to look at reviews of other screen protectors out there. I'm not a gatekeeper that's saying this is the best screen protector out there. For me, it's been really good actually. I think this has been a good screen protector for me, but I think the overall kit could have been better. But the final job that I've got here is good. And by that, I mean that once I finally got it applied, it's aligned. You can't even see that screen protector is on really, unless you kind of tilt it up. And it doesn't seem to affect gameplay for me. It doesn't seem to be too reflective. Of course, it's reflective in here because we're in the office, I've got my lights on, etc. But the final application here looks great. So when you buy that amFilm screen protector kit, there's two screen protector kits or sets inside the package. When you open it up, you'll see that there's a dry wipe, there's a wet wipe, there's small dust removal stickers, there's a big dust removal sticker, and of course you've got the alignment tool as well. Now, the alignment tool was important to me because I wanted to get it aligned properly, and these tools can be incredibly useful for doing that. It can really help you align it properly on the screen. Now, despite the fact that I bought it because it had an alignment tool, my first application did not go well. And the reason was that I did not push it down fully. It didn't really connect down enough. These instructions are okay, I guess. I mean, I don't usually expect fantastic instructions for screen protectors, but the instruction did say that you had to push it down. I just did not lock it in properly. So what I had to do eventually was kind of manually take the screen protector off, put it back on, and then I was trying to fight the bubbles. And I was close to getting it at one point, but eventually when I got it aligned properly, there was lots of bubbles. I couldn't get rid of it. And yeah, I just had to remove that screen protector because I messed up. So there's two in the kit, thankfully, and the first one was a mess, but by that point I knew what I had to do. And the second run went a lot better. I realized that you had to push the alignment tool directly onto it and really kind of make sure that it's secured in place. Once I was able to do that, it aligned perfectly. The only downside was that for whatever reason, a small speck of dust managed to get in there near the bottom of the display. So what I had to do was lift up the screen protector. I used one of the dust removal stickers and that removed the dust. And then when I applied it down again, it was perfect. There was no bubbles, there was no dust. It was aligned perfectly. Now, those big dust removal stickers that I used in the kit, I must admit those were excellent. It was a really good inclusion, a really good thing to include in the kit. On the downside, only comes with one dry wipe and one wet wipe. I can understand one dry wipe, but only one wet wipe. The wet wipe, it's just, all of these screen protector kits do the same thing. They include cheap wet wipes, and it does the job, but you've only got one. So what that means is if you clean the Nintendo Switch display with your one and only wet wipe in that kit, if you notice later on there's some more dust and you want to give it another clean, well, you can't, because your wet wipe has been used. It's not wet anymore. It can't clean anymore. So you have to use something else. And that's exactly what I did. I ended up using some spare wet wipes that I had in a camera protection kit that I've got. But without that extra wipe that I had, I wouldn't have been able to get that sorted properly. So just general advice for anyone who buys a screen protector kit is that if you can buy some extra wet wipes separately from eBay or Amazon, it really can help you, because screen protector kits tend to be quite stingy now. They don't include enough, in my opinion. But overall, I am incredibly happy with the finished article. Look at that. I think it looks great. And yes, you can still get smudges, you can still get dust, but you just have to give it a wipe every so often. I've kept the dry wipes for me to do that. Now, one of the things that's really important to me, and it's something I spoke about at the start of this video, is the fact that this display underneath scratches incredibly easily. And that was something that I wanted to hide. Because yes, a screen protector is about protecting your display, but I think a big part of it now, because of this problem with Nintendo, is hiding the scratches. Now, if you remember, I've got a big scratch about here in the display. Now, the scratch is still there, and if I really look, if you really go close, it's quite hard to show you. It is still underneath there, but it's very difficult to see now. It really is difficult to see now. If you're really searching for it, you would find it in that black bezel here at the right-hand side. You can kind of see it there. It is there, but it's underneath. And I think this screen protector kit, I'm not sure if all screen protector kits do this, but this one in particular, I think that with the tempered glass, because it's thick, it really is hiding that scratch mark. It really is. It's done a fantastic job of doing that. So whereas before I had the screen protector, I would see it would catch my eye, I would see the scratch, and now I don't see it. I really have to go looking for it. So the screen protector kit has done a fantastic job of hiding the scratch marks. Now, like I said, I was quite fortunate. The scratch for me was on the bezel. I'm not sure how well this is going to mask scratches if you've unfortunately got some scratches in the main part of the display. My guess, it will help a little bit, but depending on how bad the scratches are, maybe it's not going to eliminate the problem. I know a lot of you guys have talked about removing the protective film and just applying a screen protector on top. That is something you might want to explore yourself, but just be aware that Nintendo strongly advise against removing that anti-shatter protective film. God, that is a mouthful to say. But where I am just now, I'm happy with what I've got now. I'm happy that I'm protecting the screen. I'm still annoyed that any scratches were on it. I think it's quite bad that Nintendo have put everyone in this situation where this display scratches just by using the dock or whatever, especially because, as I've noted before, it's a Switch. The Switch is meant to be switched between handheld and docking mode, so you shouldn't be punished for using the dock. You shouldn't have to scratch your display. So my advice to all of you is to go out there and find a good tempered glass screen protector. The kit that I bought from amFilm is good. The finished article is really good. I do encourage you to perhaps buy some additional wet wipes and take your time with it, and then make sure that you push down the alignment tray to make sure that it's working. But the finished article here, I think it looks fantastic. I'm very happy with the job. And I guess one thing I can say about that amFilm protector kit is that I would consider buying it again if I was in a situation where I had to reapply the screen protector. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this video useful. I'll leave a link to my other video where I spoke about the display issues, and I'll leave a link to the amFilm sales page on Amazon. So check that out as well if that's the screen protector kit that you want to go for. If you've enjoyed the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and until next time, guys, take care.